Welcome boys back to the channel. Today we're not going to be talking about hackers, babies. I'm not going to be complaining and ranting about people I dislike. I'm not going to be ranking people and classifying people. Today I'm going to be talking about the Shotgun Farmer's Switch port and how it still isn't out yet. Quasi has been working on the Switch port ever since, or at least he's been working on it primarily ever since the PlayStation port was launched, which was well over a year ago at this point, and it still isn't out yet, and there are a lot of reasons for that. Surprisingly enough, it isn't the easiest thing to port a PC game onto a console that can barely run anything. I don't know what the hell optimizing is or how you even optimize a game, but Quasi TV had to do a hell of a lot of that in order to get it on the Switch. And it took up all of his time, and I mean that's why this year, or over the past couple of months, all of the updates have been at least a little bit delayed. I already have Shotgun Farmers on my computer and on my PS4, and I play primarily on my PS4 because I get hell of a lot better frames. So yeah, I'm super excited for the Switch port because I can take it on the go. I mean, you know, there's no point in playing it docked on my TV because I can already do that on my PS4, but playing it on the go and playing it in a handheld is super cool. I mean, I could spend $700 on a Steam Deck and play it right now, but, you know, maybe I don't want to do that necessarily. This also opens up a big market for Shotgun Farmers. It probably won't be as big as the Xbox release was or the PlayStation release was, but there are a lot of little, you know, little babies that don't have any consoles and only have the Nintendo Switch. So people have been asking for it, and people are definitely want it in like TikTok comments and, you know, just in the community. So it definitely has a market, but it won't be as big of a splash as I think some people think it will be. While the Switch is docked, I think the gameplay will be, you know, incredibly similar to how it is on Xbox and PlayStation. Some might say identical, because, you know, it is identical. The Switch can only run Shotgun Farmers at 40 frames per second, I think, which is good. It's above 30, and 40 is completely serviceable for FPS games, but compared to the PS4 and Xbox and PC, the FPS is lower. And in handheld mode, the screen will be a lot smaller, so it will be even harder to play. But then again, if you're playing it away from home, you're probably away from Wi-Fi, so you'll only be able to play in practice mode against the bots. So it will be, you know, more of a challenge, but it will be evened out by the bots, so it works out, I guess. I don't know. The Switch dock thing does have two USB ports, so you probably could plug mouse and keyboard in. I'm sure Quasi put in mouse and keyboard support because he did on Xbox and PS4, but even then you are at 40 FPS, so you are at a disadvantage even if you're playing docked. Then again, you can turn off crossplay so that you're only playing with Switch players. When you're on PS4 playing on mouse and keyboard, there are PC players and Xbox players that come in with mouse and keyboard, but you know, it's identical because you're all playing on mouse and keyboard, and I'm at 60 FPS, which is a good frame rate to have. So, you know, the challenge, you know, it's completely skill at that point. So if you're playing on PS4 and you have the option to play on mouse and keyboard, you totally should leave crossplay on. If you're a really good controller player, you should leave crossplay on. Even if you're okay with losing a lot of matches, but you just like the game and you think it's fun, and you're playing on controller, leave it on. But Switch, this might be the first time that I actually recommend leaving it off. I mean, if you are a seasoned Shotgun Farmers player, you could probably still beat a lot of console players on your Switch. Like, once again, 20 FPS is not a big difference at all. Playing a first-person shooter at 30 FPS, you could probably still, you know, 30 FPS does not, it's not a big difference between amazing and terrible, you know? 30 FPS is completely serviceable for an FPS game, and Shotgun Farmers on the Switch is at 40. So, although I'm saying that you're at a disadvantage, it is small. You know, I'm gonna leave my crossplay on when I get it on my Switch. I know what some of you guys are saying. Dekeef, I've seen Quasi's TikToks. He has submitted it. He has the Switch skin already. Everything is ready. He's already submitted it. Why isn't the game out? That's because Nintendo won't submit it back to him. They have given him, the way the submitting process works is Quasi sends in his first version of the game, they give him a list of things to fix, and then they continue looking at the game for more things. He'll send in a new version, they'll find new things to fix, and the process keeps going back and forth. Quasi thinks he has it down and has sent it in, they just haven't given the approval. I hope that Quasi releases it as soon as Nintendo approves it because of how long Switch fans have been waiting, but he probably will push the release back 2 weeks to get people hyped. It's just a marketing strategy. This is a way shorter video, I just felt like I should make it. I'm super excited for the Switch port. If I'm ever on an airplane or a long bus ride, just playing in practice mode against the bots is fun. Because playing against the bots is fun because of how mindless they are, but, you know, fun is fun. I'm not complaining. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to play East Side on the Nintendo Switch. That would be cool. If you guys liked this shorter video, make sure you leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike and mass flag my channel. Make sure you check out the people who I rip footage from. I put their names in the top of the video and their channels in the description. And make sure you subscribe to me and you check out all my other videos because they've gotten very popular in the community, especially the community video that I made. So yeah, you should subscribe now!